there, my name is PolishLynx, this is 1000 likes. We are around 6 hours in the game already. At least when I looked at the Steam statistics. And I really wonder how long this game will be, really. Definitely longer than if it was played without reading, by using voice and so on. So with voiceover. And alright, getting out on the wrong side of the bed. It's an expression used to justify it when you act grumpy after waking up. No, getting out with the first foot stepped on the ground when getting out of the bed. Works like that. Alright, even if there is no real proof to back up its legitimacy. People were quite superstitious in the past when it came to customs, so blaming getting out on the wrong side of the bed as being the source of your problems was normal. Even something simple, like having a cloudy day like today, would be considered an ill omen. Nowadays, nobody really takes those customs seriously, but it doesn't change the fact that you can still use them when you get the feeling that nothing will go as expected. Truth is, I don't know from which side of the bed I got out on this morning, left, right, or I just rolled off wrapped in the sheets, which happens more often than it should. But in its place, I got something even worse. A call from Osk asking if I could visit him and let him copy my notes from school. It seems that he copied the wrong ones last time. Do I think that something like that's considered an ill omen? Of course not. I know it is. Right, I don't know if there is no sound or... Alright, never mind. The first sign that validates my suspicion appears even earlier than expected. Over this past week, I've had coincidental meetings pretty much every single day with a certain short but loud-mouthed girl called Claire. I don't even know how she manages to magically appear every time. In any case, all I know is that it's impossible for me to try and figure out her real intentions. She wants you. Okay, now you'll have to tell me something. What was the meaning of all those emails? All of them were cryptic sounding. Why was that? You offend me, Sierra. I must ask for a slushy to compensate for such a despicable attack. You've already got ice cream for the same reason. Stop trying to spend all of my money. It's not a real date if the man doesn't pay. Can you understand something so simple? So, this is the date and I didn't even realize it. Can you please stop complicating things and give me an answer? What do you think? Don't answer with a question. Well, I won't deny that I was trying to make them sound mystical and intriguing. That's it, more or less. Now, my slushy, please. You're impossible. No, I'm not gonna treat you to anything, no matter how often they pretended to be. But I do know a good place for slushies, so we can go there if you want. Deep, like really deep down, you're a good person, right, Sierra? Everything else is a facade. I'm done. No slushy for you. It was a compliment. Don't get mad. Ooh, you must be the only person in the entire world who gets angry when they are praised. Do you hear that? Lightning's hitting and so on. Alright, remembering our past encounters, I opened the front gate, wondering when and where Claire will appear in front of me today. Spot on, of course. My answer is in front of me already. There you are, Sierra. I've been waiting for you. I was starting to think you'd never leave. Hey, hi, Claire. One quick question before I suffer from an emboli. Can you tell me, what the hell are you doing at my house? Well, I wanted to see you. What else could it be? You're such a dummy. Every new question you ask me is stupider than the last one. Normal people usually ring the doorbell instead of waiting from the house that they weren't invited to visit. that, and considering your track record, well, are you by any chance climbing up nearby trees to spy on me with a pair of binoculars or anything?
Don't be ridiculous. The trees are too tall and it's dangerous.
You talk as if you've already tried it.
Well, then are you going to stand there all day? Let's go!
You don't even know where I'm going.
And since when has that mattered?
She turns around, holding her hat so that it doesn't fall off, cheerful as if everything in the world could only get better. Who knows? Sometimes I think I should get as far away from Claire as possible, but when I see her like this, I think that maybe it's actually possible to get out on the right side of the bed. Even if she has binoculars, it's not like she knows which window is the one for my room, so it shouldn't be an issue.
Of course I know, it's the upper right one.
I look at Claire. I look back to my house and confirm that it is indeed my window. Then I look back at Claire. I lose my shit.
How do you know that? Listen to me, this is important, god damn it!
I got no response. We're as distant now as in all of our previous encounters. Instead, she managed to change the topic to the usual incoherent chatter that's typical of her. And finally, after passing through the old part of town and testing my patience, we reach our destination in a shorter walk than I'd actually expected. Now that I think about it, there was someone who knew which my window was in the old house without being in my house. Holy crap. Whoops. Well, it's not like I liked her actually. Oz lives near the town border. It's a place full of chalets that some time ago were occupied by a lot of retirees due to the abundant golf courses and good weather. When I ring the doorbell, no butler comes to greet me. Far from it. It's Oz who, with a nervous voice, invites me over the telecom device to enter since the door is apparently already open. Despite being wealthy, Oz's family doesn't indulge in much beyond what you can see at first sight. It's not like they need to anyways, considering the short amount of time they usually spend in one single place. Even the interior feels empty when I enter. It's filled with darkness and silence. It's nothing compared to the noise you usually hear at my house. Press the switch in my house and you will find the exact disorder and chaos one would expect from a home filled with teenage girls. What? What? You piqued my interest right now. Does he have well, actually, does he have sisters, I guess then. Alright, here, however, as soon as I turn on the lights... Surprise! I take it back. Yeah, today is my birthday. It was actually a couple of days ago, but I guess it makes sense to push the party back to the weekend to celebrate it instead. In general, my birthdays usually have a more familial and reserved atmosphere, something modest that tight-knit. I don't enjoy bombastic parties full of people. In that sense, I guess they got it right. The only people here are the committee members and I don't see any balloons or decorations anywhere. That doesn't change the fact that all of this is unexpected and unbelievable to me. When was the last time I had a party like this? It almost feels nostalgic, if that's the correct word. Lucy taking so long yesterday and not telling me what she was doing. It seems to me that she was probably organizing this party with the others. After finding out my birthday, Lucy talked to us and the others from the committee and they decided to plan this party. Knowing her, she probably only wanted to know more about the reason that I had to repeat a grade, but every coin has two faces, I suppose. And of course, Ziva is the mastermind behind everything she gets involved with, undoubtedly becoming the main planner of this event. Claire's role was to ensure that I came to Oz's house as planned, otherwise having to come up with a plan if I decided to resist. And finally Dennis. Even though the last time we met was during this committee's meeting, he came here despite nobody really expecting him to, since he's the kind of person who prefers to stay still and be quiet as much as possible. The main theory I have is that he came here for the free food. Watching him as he pigs out is a surefire bet. In less than seconds, the celebration begins and it gains the same harmony, or maybe even more, than we had during the first committee meeting only 1 week ago. In high spirits, the host and homeowner decide to take the reins and ask for everyone to quiet down so that he can announce something. Let's take care of what really matters. Let's start with the first surprise of the day. Oz goes over to one of the doors leading to the garden that was hidden behind the curtains before continuing his speech. We all know that Ciaran isn't very fond of big parties with lots of people or noisy music. However, all of you can probably agree that there is something that everyone enjoys during this time of the year. And you know what I'm talking about, because summer is almost here. It would be sinful not to make the most of these next couple of months and shut yourself within the walls of your house, don't you think? Oz prepares himself to open the curtains with a bang. Especially when you're having something as wonderful as a pool party! Yes. Well, I guess that won't work. Rain? Oz opens the curtains, revealing a most unexpected storm. It wasn't even raining when I got here. But it seems that the universe hates our host and all of the paraphernalia he has sitting out in his garden right now. We're in the middle of one of those summer storms that always come a couple of months before its season. I've been waiting for this moment for so long, watching the days pass by, waiting this occasion. It was supposed to rain today, this week, yes, but not today. I made sure of it. Ah well, that explains why you were so attentive this whole time. Don't worry, it's the thought that counts. I appreciate you wanting to do this for me. Summer is when the worst... Someone is when even the worst perverts can become human beings. When swimsuits are the perfect suits for women everywhere to show off their assets. When definitely the world in general becomes a better place. Sorry, now I get it. I don't know why I ever believed that you had good intentions. You don't get it. Breasts, compañero, breasts and fan service. But it was all in vain. Destroyed by a storm. My perfect dream world will never be realized, and my forsaken soul must pass on to the afterlife. And that's how Oz dies, leaving his motionless body on the carpet. You could have tried to hide your plan before dying, you dumb boss. All of the girls could hear you.
Don't worry, we already knew about Oz's true plan. He gave us calls to make sure that we'd bring our swimsuits along, and by then he was already switching out the other words for breasts and boobs. He's a lost cause. Then I was just imagining it with me. He kept asking to see my ID like every 2 seconds for some reason. Seriously? I don't get it. He didn't mention boobs or anything like that to me. What's wrong? Why are you all looking at me like that?
Leaving aside Lucy's sudden spurt of innocence, everyone's eyes return to our host. He manages to revive himself, giving meaning to the phrase, "A bad penny always turns up." And the first thing he does is take me hostage to talk about his treacherous plan. Compañera, we have here to see lots of boobs and that's what we are going to do. Never give up. Speak of yourself. I came here to lend you my notes. By the way, don't you want them? I have them with me. Forget the notes! Your handwriting sucks and I can't read it anyways. I've come up with a perfect way to give you the ideal party and for me to see boobs at the same time. We can combine the two for a second. Special surprise. Wait, he said second? Special. Second surprise. What are you planning and why does it sound terrible? You won't say that after you discover what it is. Oz calls for everyone's attention and they respond with hesitant gazes. Please listen to me. The first pool event has been cancelled for reasons out of my control. However, and I think everyone will agree with this, it will be a pity not to show off your swimsuit after bringing them all the way here. And remind, it's not like I feel the urge to show off my body like this is some kind of a human exhibition or something. Yeah, who cares? We'll have this entire summer to go to the pool again later. The important thing now is to have fun. Doing anything with swimsuit except swimming is stupid. I'll never understand people who go to the beach or pools and don't even touch the water. Stop talking as three old fatties! Every hot girl is legally obliged to show off her hot body. So we're going to play a game instead. In particular, it's the favorite game of the birthday boy here. You won't deny CR some fun after he came all the way to this party, right? The atmosphere in the group declines since nothing good can come from a perverted mind. but being my favorite game and not Oz's, it might not be so bad. Then, why am I still getting chills running down my spine? Everyone already knows about Ciaran's betting and gambling issues, am I right? Hey, they aren't that big of a problem. It wouldn't be healthy to bet money with him being here, and this game has perfect variation so that all of us can win. Everyone in the room exchanges odd looks, already getting a good idea of what Oz is probably planning. Then our host takes us next to a large folding screen, behind which he has been hiding the second event that we've been waiting for. Prepare your best surprise faces, because we're going to play... He folds the large screen in, revealing a makeshift games room with a large poker table as the main attraction. We all stand still with our jaws on the floor, and Oz takes the opportunity to press a button, which starts playing thematic music to make it seem even more like a casino. We're transported to a small part of Las Vegas in a split second, without any of us noticing.
I was expecting something bad, but this is nice. I was pretty scared when you said you had everything under control. Poker? Is this your friend again? I was expecting something else, but I guess it suits you. Yeah, I can totally imagine a ruined Ciaran super in debt and in some illegal gambling basement, playing poker with slumlords. Until one day the mafia shoots him for not paying them back. Now that would be a great ending for him.
You've just described my ideal death, miss, but that's not the reason I like poker. Money is important. It's the bet itself and the power it conveys. That's why I like it. Speaking of money, you aren't thinking of going bankrupt because of this party, right, Oz? How are we planning to distribute the chips? Chips? Companero, have you gone deaf? No, we aren't betting any money, far from it. In fact, we are playing with something much more valuable. With that which covers my dreams each night. I'm guessing you aren't talking about your sheets. Exactly. This isn't normal poker. Instead, we're playing... strip poker! The music keeps playing, but no one is able to hear it after listening to what the host has just announced. I knew that us calling me could only be an ill omen. Oh man, I haven't played poker in a long time. My turn. Well, Dennis picks up the cards that I dealt him, still confused as he doesn't know how to play. Even though it's a 5-card draw, generally considered the easiest to learn poker variant, the guy is still insecure about playing the game, and he lazily examines the number multiple times.
Look, I don't know, I don't play poker. A stick fault or whatever the word is. This is too complicated.
Yeah, Boss somehow managed to convince all of us to play. But there's nothing to be afraid. Although this is strip poker, we won't end up completely naked. The losers have to change into their swimsuits. I'm happy in a way. Poker is nothing with a bet that makes it worthwhile. Truthfully though, I'd never have thought that the group would agree to something so brazen. At least not without getting drunk or high first.
Please man, you're so close to getting hit and sunk. You want to take a dip that badly?
I consider myself a great swimmer, but no, thank you. I really can't handle all of these combinations, bets, rounds, and who knows what else. I'm a man of the arts, not sciences.
And like every other artist, you will end up in ruins while I take the jackpot. I not only call, but I also race with all in. Who among you is brave enough to follow me now?
Lucy, who's winning with the largest amount of chips, was the exact person who proposed a special lure before playing. The loser will not only change from their swimsuit, but will also have to go out in the middle of the storm and take a dip in the pool. For now, it seems like it's working out for her.
You want to leave us in ruins, Lucy? I have good cards, but... I'd like to play, but I don't know what to do.
It should be pity to leave the game going like this. I interrupt the girl's conversation, who then intently turn towards me. The first one to lose will be the only one who receives their worst punishment, so nobody really wants to chance it. The three of you are banded together because you'd prefer it if it's one of you as guys who loses first. You haven't even tried to play when the others have a good hand. It's a shame because there are a lot of good hands you haven't played, and it's annoying not to play when you finally get the cards that you wanted.
What are you trying to accomplish? Are you trying to convince us to play against each other?
I shrugged, trying not to divulge any more information.
Interesting. Okay then, ladies, bet everything you have to. What are you saying, Lucy? Even decide not to play this round then? Alright, I'll do it, Lucy. Seriously, too, Claire? Fine, I'm joining too. Then, I really hope you know what you're doing. You don't get it, Ziva. The rule said the first loser is the one who has to get in the pool, who has the least amount of chips.
Guilty here. Neither Oz nor I have really been very lucky yet. If we play this round and lose, we'll be totally obliterated.
Let's add new close to the bet, boys against girls, but we won't take Dennis into the equation since he's already folded. Go big or go home. If one of us wins, you two will be eliminated and you both have to endure the punishment. On the contrary, if one of you manages to win, the three of us will be eliminated and we'll have to jump into the pool. What do you say?
Oz slams his fist against the table. He's probably having a seizure from whatever may be happening in his imagination. The bet's tempting, especially if you consider the possibility of turning the tables on the game when we are currently losing, but it won't be a walk in the park. If the three of them have Vanguard, then it must mean that they all have really good cards. Also, we are 2 against 3, so we are at a disadvantage via probability. We accept the bet! Both are to outplay with everything we've got! Hey, don't just accept like that, are you crazy? Companero, I have faith in the two of us. When are we going to have a chance like this again? I face palm and sigh. The girls, however, seem happy when they see my reaction. Victory must be in their hands, and if that wasn't enough, there is no going back, since Oz has already agreed to their terms. In for a penny, in for a pound. It's all in the hands of Lady Luck now. Or at least that's what I want them to think.
If everything's clear, then you can start anytime, Lucy. After all of us have agreed to your terms. You must have some really good cards if you started off this.
Lucy smirks, confidently gesturing as she answers.
You're right, my friend, have at you.
Ta-da! Not bad. Lucy swells with pride, chuckling as she leaves her hand to us.
Full house! 2 queens and 3 sevens, is that a lot? Of course it is. Should be obvious at first sight. I'm glad that you're on our team, Lucy. Otherwise, I'd be pulling my hair out right now. Ooh, I know of you 2 guys who must be about to do that, isn't it right?
Lucy looks at me, but I put on my poker face, trying to not give her any hints about my hand. Also on the other hand, wears the face of an unshakable beast. I can almost see the fire in his eyes burning off the clothes that stand between him and his biggest dream. We both know that this game is far from over, not until all of the cards have been revealed.
Well, you're next, Ziva, what do you have? I would love to say that I have a good cards, but...
Not terrible. It's just a straight. Hey, isn't that rare? Why isn't just a straight?
I'd agree with you otherwise, but with a full house in play, it's useless.
Seriously, it's a full house that's great.
There's only 2 cards combinations that can beat a full house. Well, the best combination is really divided into real and non-real versions, but they are so hard to get that you probably won't see them. Why don't face, Claire? It's nothing, my cards are... Oh yeah, show us your hand, come on. Mine aren't really that great after what you've shown. I shouldn't have bet everything I had on this hand. Go on, it doesn't matter. We're only playing for fun. Remember, we're a team, and as long as one of us wins, it's enough. If you say so, here I go. They're small numbers, but I hope they still have some value. What's wrong? What's with the face? That's 4 of a kind. 4 6s.
Is it bad? Say something greedy.
Bad? There's 4 of every number. She got 4 6 cards. What do you think? Do you remember when I told you that only 2 combinations are better than full house? This is one of them. 4 of kind. It's basically a guaranteed win situation. Seriously, I thought it was worse than your cards because I only used 4 cards when you used 5. But if it was good, then that's great. I know that I'm the one who said that we're a team, but for some reason I don't like this result. At least we won, and that means that...
Oz starts dramatically slapping the table and laughing like a villain.
What's wrong with him now?
Is he joking? I told you that car nuts are car. Now that guy's dying and it's all of our faults.
Maybe he's laughing to try not to cry since he lost. I'd say that he's lost his mind. Keep anything sharp that he can reach away from him.
Oz finally comes down. He makes a gesture to silence us to let him speak, but it takes a few more moments until he can finally talk. Is that what God? Because that can only mean one thing. The boys' team is the winner. The other side of the table looks at us, shocked. What the hell? Even I gave him the same look. He hadn't picked up a penny, but it seems that even the biggest idiot can be lucky from time to time. Alright girls, drop the chips and your clothes because this is over. Tonight we'll have some fresh breast for dinner. Are you fucking kidding me? He's an idiot. Ouch, where's me, companero? Stop it!
Can someone explain what that's whipping? It's from a completely different game.
I see. Don't come over here to smack me too, Dennis!
There's one person who hasn't shown you square cards and in your hand. Will you tell us what you have, or would you prefer to give up?
I take my time, as if I'm not really sure what I should say. Then I place my cards in a small pile, face down on the table, and keep my index finger on top of them. I don't really know. How about we find out? I drag the first card towards me with my finger, and when it's at the end of the table, I press against the other side with my thumb. Then, with a quick wrist movement, I flip it over and put it on the middle of the table for everyone to see. 10.
The 10 of spades, nice. And what's next? If you keep revealing your cards at this speed, we're going to die for boredom.
I ask for silence by placing my index finger over my lips. I already said that I don't know what will come of this, but let's have some patience and see what's next after that lone 10 of spades. My finger moves from my lips back to the pile, mimicking the gesture I made before to reveal the next card.
Jack of spades. I don't get it. Is that useful?
Claire and Dennis seem to have no idea of what's coming. Lucy and Ziva, however, gulp loudly, realizing what those two cards must signify. Of course, CR, you, this round, you! Oz finally realizes he has played poker with me before, so he should remember what I'm about to do. But enough talking, silence is golden. How about I just show all of them my next card? Queen.
No, you're kidding, it can't be!
Hey, what's wrong? Why the commotion?
Do you remember how I told you that there is only two combinations more powerful than a full house? One of those is 4 of a kind, the other is a straight flush, but all of the cards share the same suit. There are two versions, the normal one that's just a straight flush and the roller one that goes from 10 to ace. But it's almost impossible to get. A lot of people don't get one in their entire lives. It's impossible that you got one.
Impossible? No, but it's true that the odds are less than 4 in 2.5 million. A truly ridiculous number. You would have to have a real miracle to get a card combination like that. Good thing I've never believed in them.
Now it's a king! If the next card is an ace, then...
I love you, companero. I knew I could trust you. I knew it.
I didn't want to agree to this. I told you so. It would have been better to play it safe. You must be cheating. It's impossible. This was all part of a plan. You manipulated me into changing the figure. Knowing that you were about to win the round. In fact, you dealt the cards this round. If all of us had suddenly gotten good cards, it was so that...
Does it matter, Lucy? I finally speak after being silent this entire time, and everyone listens to me carefully. Do we have any proof that I cheated while dealing out the cards, or anything like that? I fear not, so complaining about cheating after the bet is settled is quite impolite, even coming from you. Did I complain when you were winning during all of the previous rounds, thanks to your illegal girls' alliance? Lucy bites her lip, not knowing that she can't say anything about the situation.
Alright, let's see that ace of spades and all of this.
This time it's not my index finger, but my entire palm that covers the final card. Sitting on the table, I slowly drag it towards until my thumb can grab it, ready to turn it over. Why I feel like it won't be what he wants it to be. When it comes to bets, I always take them seriously. Only a fool would truly leave their destiny in the hands of Lady Luck. Game over. Behold my final card. Blue Eyes White Kepata! And here's my dentistry business card. Cool, huh? Companero, what the fuck? Pressure gets the best of me, and it's always when it matters that I mess up. Why do you think I never go to casinos to get rich? I'm sorry, please don't be mad. Mad? Oh, never do that to you, buddy. I'm gonna kill you! Where's my power service? Look, who's talking, Mr. Sweep? I gave you the cards for a flush. Which cards did you discard? I'm sure it was because of that my cards got messed up. We'll see who's going to flush. Who? Come at me, bro! Give me your best shot, dolt!
And now they fight. Maybe Claire wasn't so far off when she said that thing about the mafia. I can totally see that birthday boy going bankrupt from gambling too. It's not like that's how it always ends. It's just part of the clandestine poker experience. I find it fascinating, especially considering that I won. Yeah, Claire, yeah, you did win. It's unnecessary for you to keep rubbing it in our faces. Nobody's going to win if those two get hurt. Please stop them or something. I don't want to get involved. This?
Dennis takes one of the cards of the deal and looks at it, giggling while lost in thought. He puts it back where he found it and replies to Ziva. Sorry, what'd you say?
What did you look at? Can't you see what those two are doing?
Nothing. On my way. I still don't really get poker suits, but I think that I understand it a bit better now. Wait, he actually had the ace, right?
If you say so.
He had the ace, I'm sure of it. Dennis managed to stop us with the most effective method there is to suppress two aggressive men. 2 good smacks on the head. Ouch! Okay, I've got it. We'll stop. Ladies, do you remember something about the bet?
We might have... Mate, where the two losers have to do something. I can't seem to remember what it was. Can either of you? Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Something about swimsuit maybe, and something else I think. I don't know, maybe it's somehow related to the other pool, but with this storm no one sane would agree to do that, since they could end up totally soaked and freezing.
No one, huh? I didn't bring a swimsuit anyway, so we'll have to leave it for another day. A pity, truly a pity.
Time to dip.
But the swimsuit!
You can borrow one from us, don't worry about it.
Do I have to wear one of his? You could always shoot me instead of that, I don't have to suffer. The girls no longer open to any negotiations, push us around to the house until we reach Oz's room, and I'm still sure he got an ace there, but he didn't show it.
Don't take too long, we're waiting.
I can hear the laughter and the taunting coming from the other side of the door, but the worst part comes when Oz shows me the kind of swimsuits he has. They are all speedos! What did you expect? These are the best swimwear to show off with at the beach. Leave shorts and trunks for the old fishman. I prefer shorts and trunks, definitely. But this is too tight. Would James Bond go on a mission without his gun? You must be ready to pull out your gun at any moment. I can tell you of several missions where James Bond didn't. Don't take your pants off without warning! What the hell? Commander, please, I have such gorgeous body, witness the remarkable beauty of my muscles. The following events have been censored for the well-being of sensible minds. Sorry for the inconvenience. Thank you for doing that. I'm here, shivering I sock, and you give that only towel have to Lucy while I could die from the cold. You trying to kill me or what?
You're the one who splashed me out there, so it's your fault.
But it was you who pushed me into the pool. It only splashed like a few drops of water on you, and now I'm...
Stop being such a wimp. We pushed Oz in there too, and he's not complaining.
Breasts, I can see them on the other side of the light. I think Oz is suffering from afterlife revelation right now, so he doesn't count. Also, his average body temperature could melt the Arctic Circle. He doesn't need any help with warming up. Companero, my time has come. Forgetting what happened before, at least from now on, you won't have to live in the shadow of my beauty and appeal. I hope you remember me forever. Let's just say that you wear the music sometimes.
Can't you do anything without making it dramatic? It's only water. For the love of God, come on. Let's give a towel to those two poor losers.
I expectantly take the towel from Lucy's hands the exact way you'd expect to on your own birthday with total disdain. I get drying as soon as possible, but when I bend over to dry off my legs, I can feel someone's shadow covering over me, their eyes silently staring at me.
Hey sir, you're right.
I understand Claire's question, especially considering that she was one of the most excited about pushing into the pool, despite her usual shyness. I thought that she might be feeling regretful, but Lucy suddenly joins her, so it's nearly confirmed that it's not about remorse.
It's true, I didn't notice it. What's that?
I follow their gazes until I reach my right leg, discovering the reason for their astonishment. I guess it's inevitable to find out. After all, anybody would be taken aback after noticing the long, white scar that goes from my calf to my ankle, then finally to my knee. It's an old battle scar from an accident I had while fighting in Vietnam. Nothing to worry about. We all have our brutal moments from time to time, right? The girls respond with skepticism and the desire to know more about how I managed to get such a wound.
But does it hurt? I didn't know that you had such a big scar.
I lower my chin and my lips break into a small smile. No, Liz, it doesn't hurt. From time to time it may, but it's nothing for you to worry about.
Are you sure about that, Sarah?
Claire's response is distrustful. Everyone can feel the curiosity from those two girls feeling the atmosphere. I don't need to come up with any more excuses since Dennis does it for me. If he says it's nothing, then it's nothing. Don't be so persistent.
Let me guess, you wanna finish up here so that you can get back to the grab, right?
I won't deny that, but on the other hand, I think that's a bad idea to worry so much about something that may or may not have happened due to a random incident. Let bygones be bygones, isn't it right, CR?
Well, is the party still on or what? It's supposed to be a birthday celebration.
And I must remind all of you that it's for me, although I've been stuck in this speedo for a while.
The idea was for you to stay like that all day, Indian. What? Don't look at me like that. I was joking. Go change to something decent. We'll wait for you here.
Afterwards, once I've recovered my pants and my dignity, two key elements that usually go together, I return to the main hallway. Okay, I'm interested also what's the scar about. Probably that's also one of the reasons he had to repeat class. There's another surprise awaiting me there. Something essentially for every birthday party. Presents. Everything starts out really promising. I'm sitting in front of a good amount of boxes and envelopes with all of the guests' best wishes. But little by little I find out how their best wishes may not really be all that generous. A used box of tissue, a rancid grapefruit, a pen with no ink, some expired coupons and a dirty magazine. I mean, they are almost definitely memorable presents, but not for the right reasons. What's the problem with my magazine? I could think of millions, but let's start with the basics. Why did you have to put a ribbon right there? Because there's where it matters here. I can't accept a dirty magazine like this one as a present. Why not? It's one of my favorites. I've had it for so many years. That's precisely the biggest issue. Okay, but seriously, is this a joke?
Maybe we just want to tease you a little for sure. This is the real present, I promise.
Lucy brings out a simple lined brown cardboard box. It really isn't very promising at first sight. I opened it expecting nothing good, and even then they have still somehow managed to disappoint me. Empty. Seriously.
Since you were so happy on the day we met with you stalking me inside that cardboard box, I thought you liked these things, yeah?
You are going to hold that against me forever, huh? I'd love to see your face if someone gave you an empty box for your birthday. Wait a second, Sierra was hiding inside of a cardboard box? When did it happen?
This is, the day they met. Andian was camouflaging himself inside of a cardboard box to stalk Lucy, although I can't remember why it even happened in the first place.
Unfortunately, I do, and quite well. I wanted to get back the figurine that I'd lost in the maid, and the mysterious tip hinted that Lucy was involved. I wonder whose fault was that? I stared darkly at Claire, who feigns ignorance by looking the other way while curling her skirt around her fingers.
Now that you remind me, you told me that you never got your package, right?
Lucy snaps her fingers as she seems to remember something as she looks at me.
My sister told me about a neighbor from the apartment building in front of ours, and you know what? It seems that not too long ago she got a package similar to the one you told me about.
What? Are you kidding me?
It's no joke. At first I didn't realize it, but maybe it's the exact same one that you've been waiting for.
That would be really weird, but I can check. Can I still speak with your neighbor? Does she still have it?
Well, that situation is kind of complicated. She kept thinking it was for one of her neighbors, that it was mistakenly delivered to her orders, so she hasn't opened it. But she's not home. She went on vacation a few days ago.
Goodbye, my hope. I hardly knew you.
At least you have a hint now. and she should be back home in a couple of weeks. Although I can't quite imagine how the package ended up getting there. You really have no luck at all.
I bury my face in my hands, trying to hide my shame and my murderous intent. That last one is dedicated to a certain someone who's holding the brim of her hat and whistling, seemingly intent on staring at nothing in particular. I'm starting to believe that all of this birthday stuff was some sort of strategy to shorten my lifespan.
You may want to take a look deep inside before talking again.
I boldly turn my eyes towards an obliging Ziva. Deep inside. With that question in mind, I take a peek inside the box again. After pushing against the bottom of the box, something falls out, which I then pick up. It's another smaller, flatter box with a thick line drawn across its center. I open it, and inside the box I find an elegant hardcover notebook, bound with fabric. It even has a slim blue bookmark sticking out from its pages, begging for me to discover the contents hidden inside. And on that page are notes from all of the people that are by my side right now. This is... Thanks. Thank you. This is better than I ever could have imagined. Come on, keep it real. It's just a notebook. We wanted to keep it simple and make sure that it was something you'd like.
We wanted something personal, something that you can use but isn't overly expensive. And since we knew that you were running out of pages in your old notebook, you already know how birthday presents are. If they're too expensive, then it can become a pain when it's your turn to give. Hey, I want a proper present when my birthday comes. I'm the next one in line after all. There's no going back. Once you accept that notebook, you can't return it, and I want my present when it's my turn. Are we clear? We will all have our chances. From now on, we'll celebrate all of our birthdays together. Isn't it right, Indian?
Well, we'll see.
Don't tell me we'll see. It has already been decided. We have to keep in touch even after we finish school.
So that you can keep experimenting on me. By the way, I'm grateful for the new notebook, but I'd like to get my old one back now too. I noticed when I changed clothes earlier that it was no longer in my pocket.
What? No! Who would do something like that? You probably lost it or something. That's right. We never read your notebook without permission. Why would you assume something like that?
Look who's talking. Did you really believe that I wouldn't realize that you'd take that opportunity after forcing me to get naked? As if you'd accept playing strip poker without an ulterior motive.
What are you saying? What do you think we are, huh? How's help?
Don't worry, my darling. I have everything under control. Companero, forget about presents. Let's move on to the next event. These ones. No, breasts. You've been obsessed with them all night and it was always turns out badly in the end. How can you say that, since his birth man has been bound to woman's breasts? True. Any man that tries to deny that fact is... Thinking about it, there could only be one reason for a man to deny the most valuable feminine feature. Don't tell me that you're gay. Maybe we should have picked up a pink colored notebook. No. To both. Great stereotyping.
You didn't deny it. Siren, why didn't you tell us before?
I'm not gay, damn it. However, you're rejecting a great pair of breasts, isn't it right? I haven't rejected. Then prove to us that you love breasts! Yeah, prove it! How can I prove it? Grope Claire's chest!
Yes, grope them up! Oh, wait! Something's wrong! But what is it? No! Not one of you is sane!
Note, no breasts were hurt, and by no means touched, during the rest of the party. Alright, let's end the episode here. That was 1000 likes birthday party. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you in the next episode. Bye bye!